And welcome back to another vlog. Today we actually are going to have a two-part vlog. Today is going to be the first part, and then next week we will have another part. So by the time you see this, it will be a couple weeks later. We have the trailer all hooked up to the dually, trailer tire. We are ready to go to Jacksonville. I've got my orange vest so I could get on the port. You know we got to stay strapped with the energy drink. And figured I'd mix it up this morning and get a little beef stick action going. You feel me? Figured I'd get a little spice in my system. So got the hot beef stick and just finished up fueling up. We are about to skedaddle. It's about 2 hours, a little bit more than 2 hours to the port. Got to hit the escort place, as you guys have seen before. I will be able to drive my truck on to the actual port, load up the vehicle there. Again, there's not that much filming that I can do. I will try to get a decent amount until I get my TWIC card, which hopefully will be very soon. I kinda can't go on port by myself. That's why we have to go with the escort, and they're pretty strict on filming and the whole process. So I will get up there, I will update you as it goes. I will try to get as much content as I can, and y'all will see what I'm picking up. So let's get on the road, and I will see you in a little while. And we are here. So I figured I would explain real quick before they come out kind of what happened. So I don't have my TWIC card. What that means is I don't have the certification or ID to get onto the port by myself. It's not hard to get. You just have to get fingerprints done and background check and like some proof of documents. I will get it done. I've just been busy and haven't been able to schedule an appointment and such. So where I come is the port escort, right? So I come and I schedule an appointment. Basically, it's an escort. If I'm just picking up one vehicle, sometimes I will actually drive it back down to Orlando. So I'll meet here, I'll hop in the car with them. I'll go across the street through the gate onto the port. I'll pick up the car and drive it back to Orlando. Because I have my truck and trailer today, what I'm gonna do is wait for the escort to come out. I'm gonna follow with my truck and trailer. I get there, after all the paperwork's done, I get everything approved. The car is able to be picked up and released. I will load it on the trailer, and then after that, I'm pretty much free to go. I'll go and get some paperwork done saying that I got my car and I'm ready to leave, and that's about it. Escort is kind of a service it's more expensive if you keep having to use the escort service. If you plan on keep coming to the port, I would recommend getting a TWIC card just because it saves you a lot of money. But because I've been just kind of starting up doing this, and it's kind of been on intervals on picking up the cars, I'm just doing the escort service. It's not that bad. I kind of factor it into the cost of the car. So I am waiting. We got to be vest up. We are going to follow one of them in one of the whips, and that's it. I got a 7:30 appointment for the escort. The actual port doesn't open till 8, so probably gonna be waiting another 10-15 minutes and then going over there. I did try to set it up because I don't know if you guys remember on Instagram, or actually if I explained it in one of my last videos, but I ended up having a day where I came up here, my brother dropped me off and went back to Orlando, and then I was stuck here literally sitting in the sun on the side of the road for like 14 hours because some of my paperwork was screwed up with the shipping company. So I got everything sorted. I called ahead of time. This should be easy and quick, and then after we are done, I will probably just hit the gas station, update you guys there, a little walk around to the car, and then we'll be headed home. So I will catch you guys in a little bit. I'm not going to be able to film too much on the port because they are really strict. I think she's actually coming out to get me in a sec, so I gotta go. I'll catch you in a bit. And we have the car loaded up. I figured this would be a good time to bring you guys out again because I ran into some hiccups. So as you can see here, yes, don't mind all the other tires, this Johnny went flat. Right as I was loading this up, I bring the front wheels up, and this was the passenger rear. All you hear was bzzz, and she went flat. So luckily, funny enough, when I went to go get the trailer, shout out to Vithi for letting me borrow the trailer. On the side, they had a brand new spare with a brand new tire on it. It was sitting in the grass. And I went to go leave, and he's like, you know what? You might want to just bring the spare. And I look at him, I go, you know what? If I didn't bring that spare and you saw it, it definitely would have happened. So funny that we talked about it, and then actually the tire went flat. Long story short, with the Escort, you have a limited amount of time because you actually have somebody with you. So if you go over that, then you end up paying more. I got the car on. I just put a front strap and a rear strap just so I could get it to the gas station right outside the port, so nothing dangerous, but definitely not secure for a couple hour drive. I did start to smell some tire, and because a tree ended up falling on both of these fenders, the trailer fenders, it is bent, and on the inside it is rubbing on the inside of this tire. I don't know if it's because this tire and this tire are a little bit different. Either way, I'm going to put that one in the back and that one in the front, see if it does anything. I was dumb and didn't bring a jack with me, although I did bring the spare. So funny enough, I'm like, you know what, let me open the Cima up, and in the trunk it had the stock jack with the jack tool, and I'm like, you know what, this is dope, but I'm gonna have an issue. What about the lug nuts? The key that is the same thing for the Y33 is the same for the trailer tire. So I know most are universal, but I was just very thankful that it worked. So I'm gonna set this up. I brought a decent amount of wood. Before, I actually had to put this jack underneath the middle of the leaf spring in the rear. All of this was in the port with big semis driving around me and all that stuff, and reach underneath and try and crank it was a pain. I stacked up some wood so I could get in the middle, jack both up, but I figured I'd give you guys a quick update. I'll set you up for some time lapse. We'll get these changed, and then hopefully get back on the road. I'll pull over, get some gas. Maybe we'll walk around and talk about this one. It's not by any means perfect, but it is the upgraded package, so it has all the cool features, and it's got decently low miles, and it is super rust-free. So this will probably be the cheapest car I sell to date so far. I'm gonna hook somebody up with this. There's some minor, you know, paint imperfections and stuff, but just because of that, I want to hook somebody up and get them in a sweet import. Anyways, I'm gonna set this up. Let's get to changing these tires and get back on the road. And we are back at the house. So you might be asking, why is the black one still on the trailer? Well, I ended up dropping the key at the gas station. So when I was filling up the tires on the truck, filling up the tires on the trailer, and getting everything straight, I was sitting on the ground because everything was taking long. I had to get underneath the truck, all that. Well, it must have fallen out of my shorts. So I basically went all day. I got home to unload it. I had it in the street, was looking in my pockets, couldn't find it. Literally tore the truck apart, couldn't find it. So I figured I would try and call Gate, the gas station I was at. The lady walked outside and saw it on the floor. So she said she will mail it to me. Hopefully in the next day or two I will get it and be able to take this off the trailer. I will probably end up washing it because a lot of these little white marks and stuff that are on the car they just wipe straight away. So I do want to clean it up and kind of see what imperfections are actually there instead of like these little fake ones, like even on the grill, all this stuff that you know, just goes away with your finger. But it is pretty cool seeing this V8 one next to the turbo V6 one. Pretty baller, and just seeing having two Cimas here. So once we actually do have the car off in a couple days, we will go over it. I could go over it now, but it's hot. I can't really have it running and show you some of the power features and stuff that the car actually needs to be on for. So you guys will see this in about 20 seconds when I'm going through this. For me, it'll be a couple days, and then next week I have a couple more cars landing, so I'm gonna incorporate that all into one video, as you guys can tell by the title already. And in about 30-40 seconds, maybe a minute, you guys will be able to see all the cars. So I will catch up with you guys in a little while.
1 minute 37 seconds later.
And good morning, welcome back to a continuous video from picking up the black Cima. We are just getting to Jacksonville. It looks a little bit darker, but it is still about 7:15. Escort is at 7:30 and port opens at 7:45. So we are about 10 minutes out. We're gonna hook it up, go get the Escort ready. My mom is actually with me this morning, so she will be driving one of the cars home. Of course, we will meet at the gas station after we pick up the vehicles. We'll kind of walk around and show you what we're actually picking up, and then make our way back home. I will go over the black Cima as well as going over the cars we are picking up today. So I will see you guys in a little bit. It's dark out and we got to make sure that we get to the Escort and ready to go. So I will catch you in a bit. And here we are. We have two more loaded up. As you can already tell by the title, we do have a President and another Majesta. So the Majesta is on the trailer. My mom really wanted to drive the President home. We will dive more into these when we get back. I have a project and stuff I have to finish tonight, so probably will be tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try and get this video out as soon as possible. But this thing is super sick. Has black interior, which was swapped out, so there's some beige stuff. Majesta is really 100% stock. Have a couple people already interested in that, super hyped. And one of my boys might be going home with this this week. So I just picked it up. We've kind of already talked and had stuff in the works, but it might be time to find the owner right off the bat. These are, in my opinion, super ugly, but I kind of like them. So they might go on the LS for a little bit, or maybe even Tyler's car for a few. Anyways, we do have a 2.5 hour drive. My mom is gonna be cooling in the passenger seat. Actually, driver's seat. Disregard, right-hand drive. Anyways, let's hop on the road and I will see you guys at home. And welcome back. It is actually a couple days later. When we got home, it was raining. I couldn't get the car off the trailer, or at least the Majesta off the trailer. President was parked because my mom drove it, but figured I would give you guys a walk around of the cars that we picked up in this video. So I guess we will start with the black Cima. It's actually like a really, really dark blue purple. I thought it was black for the longest time, but once the sun is on it, you can kind of see a little bit of tint of like blue, purplish. We'll open this up. Sorry, I'm working on the next video right here. We have Jose's Accord with some extended lowers, extended tie rod ends, and shortened and tilted spindles. So stay tuned for that. But here we are. A lot of these Japanese vehicles have stuff all on the dash. Luckily this one doesn't, but right here it says no smoking, so I am kind of assuming that this was a like kind of taxi car. It does have these little Johnnies. I'm spacing what they're called right now, but they're super fly. These actually might be going in the white Cima. I think one of my boys is scooping that up, so we kind of made a deal that these got to go with it because they're super fly. But we'll take a seat real quick. I got to clean it out a little bit, but it does have the digital display. It's actually really responsive for being, you know, 25 years old actually. This little V8 thing was added by the last owner, but I think it can come off. It looks like it has some glue on it. This one does have 109 kilometers, so roughly, I believe, like 68,000 miles, give or take. This one has the 4.1 liter VH41, so it's the same engine that came in the USDM Q45s. Seats are super clean. Rear seats, super clean. Let's see if we can pull this Johnny down real quick. Oh yeah. Got cup holders. Let's see. This is how you control the AC. I was messing with this earlier. You can control the temp from the rear. Auto manual. You can control the mode, on or off. And then cool, you can actually control the radio. So you have volume and tune, all that stuff. A lot of the vehicles actually come with this stuff. And then you have a little storage compartment. So we'll close that up. These seats actually do recline too. You can see that there is a button right there on both sides actually, and it is to kind of lay these seats back. They do go back pretty good. If you've watched, that's actually not my brother's Majesta, he's gone right now, but if you watch the Majesta video talking about it, you can see how far these actually recline, so that's pretty cool. Let's move to the Majesta. All right, so here we are, Crown Majesta. This is the UZS 141, so it does have the 1UZ, same engine that comes in the LS 400s and SC 400s. Interior, this one, super clean, crown floor mats. This one also has the little Johnnies on it. My brother wants to buy those off me, as well as this super baller rain guard. It is one piece. Seen a couple of these for sale. Genuine Toyota, super gas. But yeah, open this up, super clean. These have reclining seats as well, and also a button to move this. So we'll come in here, throw this little Johnny down. This one does not have the massaging seat, sadly. This is the step down. As you can see, it does not have the digital dash, but I am actually more of a fan of the non-digital dash, so I guess whoever's riding passenger would have to take the hit on that one for not having massaging seats. Anyways, it is just one, so, you know, I guess it's fair for all the passengers, but you've still got all the cool controls, kind of like all the other cars. You got the temp, you got the volume, you can kind of control, you know, different audio settings, FM, CD, tape, etc. So that's pretty cool. Kind of see a common trend in a lot of these vehicles that they have some of the same features, base model or nice model, but yeah, this thing is super clean. It has the digital dash, heads-up display like Tyler's has, so it's actually cool when you're driving up here. You can actually have the speed actually just pops up like right there, super baller. You can turn that off too. These vents swing, so you press swing, and you know, if you've seen the video on the Crown, they move, so they rotate, they'll get the passenger and come back to the driver and passenger, etc. So that's pretty baller. Super smooth. This one is like really clean underneath. If I had a jack spare, I would show you, but I have it holding up the Accord. So there's that. And then my favorite is the President. So this is a PG50 President JS, which is the normal wheelbase version. They do have the long wheelbase version, which I think is pretty baller. And stay tuned, because my mom kind of fell in love with this car, and I think she wants a long wheelbase version. This one did come reupholstered, so I am a big fan of these black seats. The only thing I don't like is that it's kind of a mix match. So you get black seats, you know, black steering wheel, black console cover, you've got black back seats. Honestly, everything is super clean. Like half of the doors reupholstered black, but it's the plastics that kill it for me. Just because you've got like brown plastics. I mean, it kind of flows. I don't hate it, but I wish I could turn all of the plastics and stuff, you know, black. If you could black out everything, super baller. This actually has the VH45, so it is the 4.5 liter version of that V8. That V8 comes in the Q45 second gen, or the later gen. Basically the Q45s that's identical to this body style come with the VH41, and then the version before this Q45 I believe comes with the VH45. So it's a little bit bigger V8, pretty much the same platform, just different displacement. They both have, I think, aluminum blocks, super strong internals. I know a bunch of Aussies actually like the VH45 because they will boost them, supercharge them, turbo and stuff like that. But we'll take a sit in here. You've got the President floor mats, super sick. Got a bunch of cool settings for the driver, being a little bit driver oriented. Cruise control, all your other controls. I do like that the key is like out the way, and it does have a press button, which not a lot of cars, in my opinion, from the 90s have. So super sick. Telescoping steering wheel, comes down, comes out, comes in. Of course, you've got the presidential clock, super fly. This was changed out. This is actually really cool. So I think the thing that sucks with a lot of these displays from Japan is they're cool when they come over here. They show the mapping of Japan, but it's not like they update to US streets. So like the main option for this one is you see the you see the US streets and maps and all that stuff. It does have some pretty cool sourcing. Actually, let me show you real quick. Alright, well, she is talking to us. Let's turn the AC off, let's turn the volume down. And yeah, as you can see, you've got the Japanese streets. This might actually be kind of cool, you know, and if I could read this stuff, tell me kind of where the car came from. But yeah, you can see you've got maps and streets and stuff, but you do have cool sourcing. So you can actually set up the TV. You put CDs and DVDs in here. I am very interested to see if a USDM or USA DVD fits in here. It might fit, but I don't think it's gonna read. So that'll be pretty cool if we see that. It does have a memory stick option, but it is touchscreen, super cool. And that's really kind of about it. You know, you've got a little bit different with the window controls and stuff right here in the middle, middle vents. I think it's kind of cool. This whole dash is kind of like faced, kind of like a Supra, faced towards me, and not really like a Supra, but kind of like a Supra, you know. But let's take this key out, if I can do it with my left hand, and yeah. Come back here, you've got your middle console thing. Doesn't really have too many options. It does have the FM and the controls for all of the AC unit and stuff. Pretty basic stuff, as you guys have seen from most of the cars. I do think it is super baller that there is, like, what do you call that, a curtain? Super sick. I don't know where the button is. I'll have to find that. Haven't really experimented too much with any of these cars yet because they just got back. It's been super rainy, but yeah, I think it's kind of cool with the green tint. It is just the back two and the rear windshield, but if that curtain works, which I guess I'm gonna have to find out if it does or not, that will be super sick. I think one of my buddies is actually picking this one up too, so stay tuned for that, because if so, that just means more content for you guys. So if one homie picks that up, gonna try and get some content. You'll see that car around. If another homie picks this car up, then we're gonna be balling out and hopefully put this thing on its nuts. So here we are. We have the third, the second, and the first. These are the cars we picked up. I know you guys have seen that Cima around. I would show you my brother's Majesta, but he is gone right now, and I actually have to finish up the second half of the Accord video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know when I went the second time and picked up the Majesta and the President, I didn't bring you along too much. I didn't want it to be like super repetitive. I tried to tell you a decent amount when I picked up the black Cima, But if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I would love to check those out and answer them. If you enjoyed this video and you're excited to see some of the content for some of these imports, drop a thumbs up. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. It helps more than you know. Turn those notifications on and make sure you press all notifications so that you can get all of the video drops right when they come out. This is going to be the end of the video. I'm going to wrap it up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.